Spinosaurus, a dinosaur we all are excited for, or quite a lot of us are. A big piscivore apex, if not the biggest carnivore in general, ever coming to the isle. Except strains, I guess. And we know it's not that far away looking at the beautiful lineup we have. And we know from latest dev blog that Astrode, Ovi and Barry are relatively close to enter the horde test. But Baryonyx is a bit delayed, and comes after Ovi sadly. So that would shake off many playboss on the lineup, and leaving Chimera, Quetzpera, and of course the almighty Spinosaurus left. And after that, the next lineup must contain Acrocantsaurus. I need my boy. But since we got the Rex, the Triceratops got something to be scared of. Sure, it's the same way for Rex, but how much really do an average Rex fear a trike? As you guys have probably seen, Uncle Rex has been mauling basically everything. Maybe a prime trike is a big no-no, but other than that, it's always going in Rex's favor. What would be ideal in my personal opinion is Giganotosaurus releasing shortly after Spinosaurus to balance out the apex ecosystem in general, cause it's a terrestrial dinosaur unlike Spinosaurus, which I made a video on a while ago. But then some of you are probably wondering, what would a giant Spinosaurid who eats fishes for breakfast do against the other big apexes? Well, considering it weighs as much as Acrosmall and have those gigantic scary claws, I'm pretty sure a Rex will think a second time before fighting or possibly stealing Spino's kill. Even if the Spinosaurus will be more of a defensive creature, like Baryonyx with its defensive stance, it'll for sure bring a hard time for a Rex. And speaking of, as said here in the latest Dawn blog, Spinosaurids, which would include Zuko and Spinosaurus, will also have defensive stances as well, and that has made me so much more excited for the upcoming Spinosaurids. I've always been excited for Spinosaurus in general, but this is just great news. And that on a Spinosaurus will be terrifying as hell. Imagine it standing there looking menacing, just waiting for you to make the first move, and the Rex players going in, thinking they're almighty or something. But the Spinosaurus tanks most of the damage and inflicts heavy bleeding with its claws, leaving the heartless Rex players devastated once the Gigashad Spinosaurus kills Uncle Rex, then complains about it being broken. When in the first place a Spinosaurus is something you wanna avoid and keep a distance from, cause if those arms are in reach and those claws punctures your dinosaur's skin, you can say bye bye to your dinosaur. Something I wanna see on Spinosaurus is it being able to grab small dinosaurs in its hands, or possibly choking them or something. That would be badass, like how Rex can pick up small dinosaurs and throw them around. So will Spinosaurus settle the apex drama? I'd say yes and no, considering it isn't really a full-on terrestrial creature with the aim of battling against Rex for a crown, and it's more on the shield side of possibly fishing by itself in a swamp or mangrove, and defending Zuko's reputation because of a giant duck called Dinosaurus trying to drown him or something, as seen here. But Spinosaurus doesn't tolerate that, so a big claw swipe is what Dinosaurus deserves here. But anyway, if it decides to move on land, it lets all know what a beast it truly is, and if you try to oppose it, you'll probably end up regretting your choice. So, summarizing this, Uncle Rex needs to calm down, and Spinosaurus is the big next apex that possibly could neutralize Uncle Rex. It'll most likely get a defensive stance like Baryonyx, which will make it even more of a tank. And speaking of Baryonyx, Spinosaurus' little brother is a bit delayed, but will arrive into the current horde test, which is lovely. But anyway, thanks for watching my short video. I really appreciate all the support I've been given, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye bye.